Okay, so we are going to talk about marketing automation, and some of you just join me. Feel free to ask questions, drop questions in the chat box. I'm happy to take any questions. So today's agenda is, hi. So I'm going to mute you all. So you have to unmute yourself if you need to speak to me, so there's no background noise. All right, we're going to talk about 6 things. What is marketing automation? What are the components of marketing automation? What are the benefits? And why is it important today? And how does it apply specifically to each of you that are remodeling contractors? And I'm going to talk about steps for a database reactivation. A database basically means any lead that you have not yet closed on. That lead could be 10 years old, as in they could have come into your universe 10 years ago. They could be 30 days new, right? But there is a way using automation where you can engage these open leads to convert them to booked estimate appointments on your calendar. All right, so before we dive in, let me introduce myself. My name is Ratna Ramakrishnan. Firstly, I'm a mom to 2 boys. I've been married to the same happy fellow for 25 years. We met in college. 10 years ago, I decided I wanted to work for myself. And just like any other entrepreneur, I built a website and I decided I wanted to build a children's education business. And this came from the fact that I was playing with Lego with my children all the time. And so I built a summer camp business here in California, in the Silicon Valley, which is highly competitive. There's just so many kinds and different kinds of summer camps, and parents need summer camps because people go to work to pay the bills, to be able to afford to live in the Silicon Valley. And so I built BrainMind from scratch. And in year 3, I hit $1 million in revenue. And the programs only run for 12 weeks in the summer. I employ teachers to run the programs. And it's Lego, robotics, and financial literacy. Kids come in and they learn about basics of coding as well as Money 101. So as I was growing that business, I would go and network with other business owners because, as you well know, working as an entrepreneur on your own is a lonely life. And so I was getting lonely building this business. And I was like, should I just go to work so I can have some coworkers? But I was determined that I didn't want to go have a corporate job. So as I grew my business, I would network with a lot of people. And most people would ask me, hey, how are you successful? Like, how are you like in business for this many years? Like, how are you like scaling your business? And when I look back, I built my first website on Wix. Then I moved it to Kajabi, and then I moved it to WordPress, right? And the thing that really helped me hit those $1 million in revenue in year 3 was because I had committed to digital marketing. And I did not realize this. I was just curious. I was just hungry. I built out a Facebook page. I ran $1 a day Facebook ads. I ran Google ads. And I was, in 2014, I used to run Facebook ads. I was able to go and build an entire market like across the bay with just Facebook ads. And that really turned on light bulbs for me. And so when other business owners said, can you help me? Can you help me? I just started running ads for whoever, like Facebook ads, Google ads, doing SEO for them. And I just loved it. I was having so much fun that I decided that I wanted to set up a digital marketing agency. And when I was helping a yoga teacher, a HVAC contractor, I had a couple of remodeling contractors. I had just every kind, like a beauty salon around the corner from my house, just a bunch of businesses. And then the more I worked with these different businesses, I realized that remodeling contractors are exactly like a summer camp. Because when there is a parent that's trying to find a summer camp, they don't want to wake up and drive 50 miles or 100 miles. They want to find a high quality program that's really close by. Similarly, when there is a homeowner that's looking for a remodel, they're trying to find a remodeler that is in close proximity between a 20 to 30 mile radius, has high ratings, has credibility, has good footing in the community. And so I decided to just niche down my agency on remodeling contractors because all the decade worth of skills that I have from scaling my education business, I'm able to copy and paste, and it works perfectly for remodeling contractors. So the first thing that I did was I became a Grow with Google partner. The Grow with Google partner is a program which is a kind of a tedious application process, but what it gives me is a direct into Google small business team, which is headquartered here in Mountain View, California. And what that enables for me is if your Google online presence is not correct, if your business is not cataloged properly on maps, because that is the number one piece of being able to drive leads today, because everybody has a phone on their hands, everybody goes and searches for things. So if your business is not situated properly on Google Maps, you're losing out on a lot of leads. So with the connection with Grow with Google, the team here, I'm really able to quickly help contractors whose online presence is not optimized, so you're having any issues with your presence online. And so I'm also a member of NARI, which is the National Association of Remodelers, the National Kitchen and Bathroom Association. And I have made a commitment to help 100 remodeling contractors unbox the true potential of your business using data. I am crazy about data. And if you think about it, each of your brains is wired instantly for math. Without math, you can't be a remodeling contractor. You design, your calculations, your tiles, your backsplash, everything is math. So just like that, be hungry to know the data of your own business. And when I say data, it is information about your beloved clients. How many people are coming to my website today? If you think about Amazon and Google, these big companies, Home Depot, when they started, they were just like you and I, a couple of guys with an idea. And initially, when they launched the website, they would have had maybe 10 people come to the website. There's thousands of people coming to their website wanting to, buy products, do business with them. And therefore, you want to think like that. If you have, do you know how many people are coming to your website today? If it's 70 people, what can you do to have 700 people come to your website today? If 700 people come in and 10% of 700 people convert, that's 70 people. From those 70 people, you get 50% estimate appointments. Of that, you're down to like 20 projects. Right there, you're looking at about $500,000. So that's what I mean by data. If you're running Facebook ads and you're spending $1,000 a month, know your cost per lead. Where are your leads coming from, right? So be curious and hungry about the data, because if you have your pulse on the data of your digital marketing, no matter which digital marketer you're working with, you're going to be able to generate results. I know some of you are busy, so if you want to connect one-on-one with me, this is the fastest way. You can simply go to growthplancall.com. You can book an appointment on my calendar, and we can chat more if it's something that interests you. But I'm going to dive in here and show you what I call the digital dominance strategy that I've come up with from building a business from nothing to $1 million in revenue in year 3. And it is, as if you look at it, it's a variety of things. Anytime you think about digital marketing, you feel overwhelmed. You're like, there's SEO, there's Google ads, now do I do Bing ads? Like, what do I do, right? At the heart of any digital marketing strategy is your website. So the first thing that you want is you want a solid website. If you just have like a 5-page website, like from GoDaddy, it's not going to work on Google, because you need to have a page for every service: kitchens, bathrooms, additions, basements, windows, siding, right? You need to have a service page that describes the service. And so right there, your services alone can be 7 to 10 pages. And from there on, you're going to have your home, your about us, your contact. So a good-looking remodeling contractor's website must have a minimum of 10 to 12 pages. Once you have those 10 to 12 pages in, then you can work on SEO. So step 1, get a solid website. Then you can think about SEO. Why is SEO important? SEO is something that is going to help you get clients from Google search, but it's going to take time. And it's a constant effort. And so if you're a contractor today, we're in Q4 of 2023, and you tell yourself, I need to close the year and I need $200,000 in the bank. I need this many projects. Don't spend on SEO. SEO is a long-term, long game, which will get you golden results, provided you're working with a provider that knows how to do it. It's an entire strategy: backlinks, content, blogs, right? Not just any blog, keyword analyzed blogs. The next thing you want to think about is Google business optimization. Your Google profile on Google Maps claimed, optimized, your what are the different services you provide described on it, content routinely pushed onto your Google business profile, because, Google wants to be the world's best search engine. Google's not choosing one business over the other. Google chooses one business over the other because you teach Google, hey, listen to me. I am the best kitchen remodeler in Utah. I am the best kitchen remodeler in Bethesda, Maryland. You keep telling Google over and over again through content that you push on your Google Maps profile. Then when somebody comes in from your neighborhood and searches for best remodeler near me, boom, your phone's going to ring. They're going to come to your website. Once you have your map presence established, you can get free leads from your map's presence. Only then you should look at spending on PPC, paid online directories, any kinds of ads. So you want to get your fundamentals down. These are your pillars. Good looking website, not a little website, well-established website, clearly speaks about the zip codes that you serve. Establish yourself on map, link that website to maps. You got your basics down. Do some SEO. What is SEO? Writing relevant, pertinent blogs, content, and pushing it on your website, preferably 2 times a month. But if for some, I have contractors that do $25 million in revenue, and for them, we push about 4 times a month. The more fresh content you can put on your website, Google loves you. Google's like, oh, this website is live. What are they talking about? The algorithm's going to come, it'll scan your pages, read your pages, catalog it, and then it's going to show you when somebody comes in searching for your service. Once you've done all of this, you can think about repeats and referrals. You can do pay per lead. You can go crazy with social media advertising. And if you don't have any of this in place and you want immediate revenue, just run Facebook ads. But you can't just run one ad and hope to get results. You need to run 50 to 100 variations of ads. You need to split test the headline and the caption and the image and the video and before and after photos. And there's an entire strategy on how you can get really high quality leads from Facebook. And the very last step is YouTube, because having really smart looking video content takes time. But there are some contractors that employ a videographer who just follows the project around and takes videos, and we are able to get them ranked on YouTube and then run YouTube ads for them. So if you are kind of in a bind, wanting to up your revenue numbers, go find a good Facebook ads manager. Facebook ads, it's literally like throwing fuel, like gasoline on fire. It's going to give you those leads. Is the fire going to burn long? Is the lead going to be very high quality? No, it's going to give you instantly 100 leads. It'll take you time to weed through those leads, but that's where we can use automation to ask them intelligent questions to weed out the bad leads. You're going to put money in the bank if you spend money on Facebook ads. Google ads, on the other hand, is very high search intent. Somebody is waking up, sitting in front of a computer and making a conscious effort to go to a search page and say, best remodeler in West Palm Beach, Florida, right? Because they have an immediate need of a kitchen or a bathroom remodel. When that person comes and clicks on your profile and comes to your website, they are ready. If your brand and what you have on your website speaks to them, they're going to convert. So the difference between Facebook and Google ads is Facebook will give you a ton of leads, lower quality, very cheap, right? It's going to take you a little bit of work to convert them. Google, on the other hand, the cost per lead for a $100,000 kitchen will be between $100 to $120. But what is a $120 lead if you can get a $100,000 kitchen, right? But the ads need to be set up right. The campaigns need to be optimized. It's a ton of work to run a really good Google ads campaign. And so if you have long-term goals of staying in business, of growing, you really want to have a good website, establish yourself on maps, put money into SEO, put money into Google ads. You want instant gratification instantly before 2023 closes. I need some money in the bank. I need revenue. Go to Facebook ads. Then you can do all of the other things as and when possible. So that should kind of be your strategy. Why is this a circle? Because digital marketing is not something that you tell yourself, I'm going to try it for 90 days. I'm going to see what it does for me. You just take your money and throw it in the trash. Digital marketing is something where you don't need to do all 8 of it. Pick the 3 things, try 5 things, pick the 3 things that work for you, do it well, repeat it, put more money into it, right? You will get results out of it. You will meet or beat your revenue goals. That's how simple it is today. because of this online world that we live in. Cool. I'm really passionate about that digital dominance strategy. So thanks for listening in. So let's move on to marketing automation. So what is marketing automation? Marketing automation in very simple terms is using technology. You, as a contractor, has the choice to sit in your truck, have a list of leads on a spreadsheet or on your phone, sit there and dial each lead, leave a message, call me tomorrow, left a message, they call back. In the middle of leaving a message, somebody's calling you back. Or you use automation to streamline your tasks, where when the lead comes in, this is what we're able to do. A lead will come in from Facebook into an automation, and immediately they will get a humanized response that will say, thank you for reaching New Key Construction. How can we help you? Thanks for coming in from our $2,000 off fixtures ads for a complete kitchen remodel. Would you like to book an appointment? Boom, give them a calendar link. The calendar will be your project advisor or in your calendar, where people can immediately click on it and book a time slot. When they book a time slot, we can ask any question under the sun. Name, home address, zip code, size of project. Some of my contractors want to know what the amount they want to spend. They don't want to talk to anybody that wants to spend less than $15,000. Right there, we say, thank you for your time. This person is not even going to come into your world if they are more an IKEA or a Home Depot kind of a kitchen where they only want to spend $3,000 to $5,000. Or you say, it doesn't matter. I want to speak to every lead. We'll put every lead in. So when the lead comes in, you'll get a text message. You'll be able to see the lead. You'll be able to choose whether you want to confirm the appointment, and the appointment will get booked on your calendar. I'll show you the back end of how this automation works. That is what you need to do today to win in the remodeling game, because it's speed to conversion. If you're spending money on Angie's List or Yelp or whatever, we all know that they are not just getting those exclusive leads and giving it just to Todd or Casey or Joe. They're taking those leads and sending it to 5,000 contractors. Who responds first, has a good system, wins the lead. It's really hard to fight that game. Therefore, you need to think about how you can grow the number of people coming to your website, how you can have the phone ring exclusively for you so you're found online, how you can run your own ads and not be sharing your leads. But once the lead comes in, you can't really be sitting in a truck, sitting in an office and calling them one by one. Today, everybody wants instant gratification. Text marketing works like a charm when it comes to booking leads. So the components are email marketing. You get your lead generation, you connect them. You have social media posting. So one of the common mistakes that contractors do is they just have somebody in the office that can do a Facebook ad, build out a couple of ads, put $1,000 in it, and you're like, Facebook doesn't work. The thing is, in order for Facebook ads to work, the business page cannot, if you're running Facebook ads today and spending $1,000, and when I go look at your business page, the last post on your business page was from 2012, Facebook does not like that. Facebook wants to know that you are in the current, you're now. So therefore, you need to be posting 3 times a week minimum, content that's relevant to your ads. Then you, if you're not camera shy, grab your phone and go live on your page. You will get such a low cost per lead because Facebook loves the fact that you're active on the page. And so social media posting is not just creating content and pushing it. It's very closely tied to your ad spend. If you have a good strategy, your cost per lead will come down from having a good social media strategy. And like I said, be crazy about analytics and reporting. Somebody's doing SEO for you, ask them, how many backlinks did you generate for me this month? If somebody's doing Facebook ads for you, how many impressions, how many thousand people saw my ad for spending $1,000? What is the cost per lead? You don't want a cost per lead of 500. You don't want 2 leads from $1,000, right? You want 90 leads from $1,000. So you have the opportunity to then go in and pick and choose. So these are the different components of marketing automation. You can use it in email marketing. You can automate social media posting. You can do analytics and reporting, lead generation, of course, like I talked about. With email marketing, you can have intentional emails, right? When somebody comes, so one of the things we do is the contractor provides an estimate. right? And then you're busy, right? We booked the appointment on your calendar, went and gave the estimate. In 7 days, we send an email and a text message to the lead and say, hey, how is it? Jesus came in to give you a quote. How did it go? 1, do you have questions? 2, you're ready to move on, but you would like to speak to the contractor. 3, you're not interested. The price point doesn't work for you. They text us back immediately. We'll send you the information and say, hey, this project on whatever, Terrence Avenue is interested, but they have more questions about your quote. They also think that your price point may be a little bit high. That is, you're able to look into the client's head, how to convert them, right? So the timing of it has to be targeted, intentional. And then let's say you run $1,000 ads, and like the example that I gave you, you get 90 people in, and those 90 people are not going to convert right away. We all know how remodeling works, right? You think about a kitchen remodel and then like mom gets sick, or like kid breaks their arm. And then you're like, okay, let me just get through this. Let me just get through work and this, and then I'm going to call the remodeler, right? And so if somebody has raised their hand with you, we have a system where we follow up with them till they close. They say, I am not interested in a remodeling project. I unsubscribe. I choose not to hear from you, or they book an appointment. And that is possible only using automation. Social media posting, like I said, you don't need to be sitting at your desk and posting it. There are a variety of tools that you can use. And those tools will give you, again, intelligent data. I really like a tool called Social Pilot. If you have an in-house marketing team, you can look into it. It's really easy to use because it links to every platform under the sun, right? So you can create one post and you can push it. The only difference is on Instagram, you cannot have a link, and it'll prompt you. It'll tell you what the rules are. So you can use automation for social media posting. And like I said, for lead generation, right? From Facebook, you can have all of those connections. And I'm going to show you some examples of how we build it out. Analytics and reporting will help you make data-driven decisions. And you should be curious. You should know today as a remodeling contractor whether your website has G4, which is the latest version of Google Analytics installed on it or not. If you do not have Google Analytics, which is a free tool, which is the beauty of Google, the Maps presence, the Google business profile is free. Your analytics is free. Setting up an ad account is free. If you don't have your Maps presence analyzed, optimized, and you don't know whether you have analytics installed, your website doesn't mean anything. It's just this empty brochure that's just hanging out. It should be linked to analytics, because only then you're going to know how many people are coming in. Where are they coming from? What page are they leaving? That is the beauty of Google Analytics. It will tell you that 50% of the people are scrolling to 3/4 of your homepage and leaving. Hey, maybe let's put a video there of the owner talking about why you're fabulous. Right there, those leads will convert, right? So it's all human behavior. And to work through human behavior, you need to have intelligent data. Therefore, you should be curious about analytics. Marketing automation, like I said, is time saving. It's personalization. When somebody comes in as a lead and we write back and we say, hi, Ratna, thank you for choosing the $2,000 off offer. People are going to be like, oh, wow, this is like really flows. You as a contractor may not even have the bandwidth to have that kind of personalization. You have to figure out where the lead came from and you're calling them. And so literally we can book estimate appointments on your calendar without you talking to the lead. Consistency, and again, it's a data-driven decision-making, right? At any given time, you can say, I spent $1,000, 90 leads came in, 45 booked appointments, out of that, 50% was worthwhile. I have 5 projects from it, each worth $50,000. I get $250,000 from a $1,000 ad spend. You'd have that kind of interest in your money. It's cost efficient, it's cheap, right? You need intelligent automations built out, but once you build it out, it will work for you. It's scalable, gives you a competitive edge. Imagine how you feel when immediately you get a text back. Email marketing is kind of slowing down. People are more interested in replying to text messages. And so it gives you a competitive edge if you give a lead the ability to book an appointment on your calendar right away. And then customer retention, right? One of the things One of my contractors came to us with 14 Google reviews. He's up to 70 reviews. How did we do that? As soon as the project's ending, the timing of it, we send them a text message and say, hey, this is Shane from New Key Construction. How are you? How's your project going? If you're pleased, please leave us a review. They are in the middle of it, thinking about how happy they are with that evolving, beautiful kitchen. Boom, they go write you a review. I have a contractor whose team is just obsessed. They're up to 400 reviews. You cross the 50 or 100 review mark on Google, you can spend less on ads. Your phone will ring organically. And so not only customer retention, you're going to have a competitive edge if you're using automation to like quickly follow up. How is it humanly possible for you to be reaching out to every client at the right time or rely on a team member to say the right thing to get the review? And right, so you can actually communicate with us to trigger it at the right time so you get those reviews. So, reduce labor costs. You're not wasting your time. You don't need an admin sitting in the office calling everybody, repetitive tasks. We can do targeted marketing. When we get those 90 people, we're able to like go in and look at them and say, 10 out of these are really poor quality leads, projects that we don't want to do. We can do audience segmentation, human error. There is no human error because the automation is working for you. Any given time, we can give you a return on ad spend, return on investment, and engagement, repeated automated interactions, right? When somebody clicks on something, we can immediately send them a text message and say, hey, I noticed you were looking at the kitchen page. Do you have questions? Would you like our contractor to call you? It's almost like creepy, right? You're like, whoa, like how did they know? But remodeling projects are a big deal for families. They take a lot out of their life and time. And therefore, they really appreciate this kind of instant follow-up because then they know that you're reliable. They know that you're available to like talk to them, right? And so you're going to be able to optimize your engagement, customize it. So if you want to do estimates only on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 2 to 4 o'clock, we can control that. Your calendar will never get double booked, right? There's a lot of optimizations that we can do for you that you're always going to present well. You're not going to have a situation where you arrive at the estimate site and have the homeowner be in the shower because they forgot about your appointment. We will text them 48 hours before, 24 hours before, 1 hour before, and tell them, our contractor is on his way. Please be ready for your appointment. This is one of the most favorite things that my clients love because it's a waste of everybody's time if you go in for an estimate and they are not ready for you. And so having those kinds of reminders for yourself, right? Some contractors say, just put it on the calendar. That's all I need. I don't need any text reminders. And some say, hey, text me 2 hours before. So if I'm in the middle of something else, I'll remember and I'll drive out to the estimate. But reminding the customer that you're on your way, right? When we text them 1 hour before, and let's say like their dog got sick and they have to go to the vet, they have the courtesy to call you and say, hey, I have an emergency. I'm sorry, I have to reschedule, right? Overall, automations just minimize like time wastage for everybody. Scalability, you can dream up anything. You can run all kinds of campaigns. We can link it to the CRM. We can automate it. We can just run any kind of automation, large volumes, right? So I have contractors that spend $20,000 on Facebook ads and $20,000 on Google ads. Think about the volume of leads we're generating for them. It is not humanly possible for you to have an admin or yourself calling those leads. You can actually dream about adding more team members to your team. Like this remodeler who came in and committed to spending $2,000 or $20,000 on Facebook and Google ads. He wanted to grow a remodeling division of kitchen and bathroom. He's up to 3 employees this year from just the ad spend, right? And their projects are just beautiful, what they're putting out. I'm so excited to see how we can follow up with these homeowners in 1 year and ask them for one more review. Say, hey, how's your kitchen looking, right? So we're actually cataloging all the projects that are being completed exactly in 1 year. We will send an automation that will come from the remodeler and say, hey, this is Shane. How is it going? Thinking about your kitchen. Is there anything that's not working out? Just reply to us. We'd be happy. Think about the kind of customer service that you can provide if you have automation working for you. It's not humanly possible for you to keep track of all your projects and send this, right? But we have a system where we just collect that information, and we just communicate with the homeowner, and they love it. Like sometimes the contractor is going in with a bottle of wine, or the family, and then they have like a little faucet problem, fix the faucet, ask them for one more review, they write one more review, right? That's how you do it. And the integrations, right? You need to be using intelligent software that integrates with all platforms. So it makes data handling easy. You don't want to have 5 different software and then you're connecting your Google ads and your Facebook ads and then your email marketing. Today, you want to go and find the optimal automation that will solve all of that for you. And this, like I said, gives you a competitive edge, faster response times. You can resource allocate, right? You can say, hey, employee A, you're doing all the kitchen remodel estimations. Connect the leads coming into their calendar, they're going to deal with it. You can actually remove yourself from the estimation. You can dream once you have automations in place. And like I said, customer retention, right? People love it when you write to them in the nick of time, right? You're able to communicate with them. And you can share case studies. You can have videos and photos. You can do seasonal campaigns. So one of the things that we do is, I have a contractor in Minnesota where the baseball league is like really big, the youth baseball league. So what he does is he buys a bunch of tickets, and we just send out a campaign where we're like, hey, book an estimate, book an appointment for an estimate, and we'll give your family a pack of 4 tickets. And initially I was like, really, this is going to work? Insane. How many people wanted those free tickets and booked appointments for the tickets, as well as they had a project, right? So the communication will clearly state that you need to have a project. The other example that I have is one of my contractors has a full in-house carpenter team. So he made cheese boards. And the offer was, book an appointment for an estimate and get a beautifully crafted cheese board. And I was literally laughing when the contractor suggested this. And I said, I'm willing to try any kind of offer via automation. Let's try it. The most successful one. People just want a beautiful cutting board, and they choose you to do work with you. So, the human brain is just so interesting. You don't know what will work. And it's not really possible for you to be running ads to all kinds of like offers, right? But if you even have 100, 500, 1,000 people who have come into your universe but not yet done business with you, we can make them these kinds of offers via automation. And definitely you will have at least 10% that will convert. And then a referral program. For a referral program, what we've done is it's called a backyard pizza pit kind of a thing, but it's not installed. People love that. So you refer a friend, the friend gets the pizza oven, you get the pizza oven, entire like a little backyard fire and furniture, costs like $1,000, but you get 1 referral out of it, 2 referrals out of it, it's worth it. And then database reactivation. Database reactivation, I'm going to talk to you more in detail here. So let's talk about what database reactivation is. Each of you, somebody came in here and shared with me that you've been in business for 30 years. If you've been in business for 30 years, you must have some system of tracking your leads that are coming in, either writing it down in a book or an Excel spreadsheet or wherever, right? Even if you have 100 people, let's, for simplicity, use a list of 100 people. You select your offer, right? So for my current clients, we do offers 6 times a month. And when I say offer, it need not be a discount. I have contractors who only do $200,000 kitchens, and they don't care. They don't want to like give you a $2,000 savings. They're like, don't even talk to me about like savings and offers and like giving a free kitchen sink, all right? So what you want to do is you can either speak about your expertise. So as an example, you can do a $2,000 off fixtures for a complete kitchen remodel, free kitchen sink and faucet for a complete kitchen remodel, right? So you can come up with these kinds of offers. These work really well. People like that little instant gratification. It's really simple. Like if you want a $20,000 kitchen and you're offering $2,000, it's okay. Mark it up to $22,000, present it, give them the savings. It's a win-win. They feel like they got the savings and you're home. If you're one of those proud contractors that's like, I am not going to discount my work, you need to have a unique selling proposition. What is a unique selling proposition? One of my contractors is a very established contractor in his market, and he has come up with what he calls a 28-point inspection. And he does a lot of insurance jobs for exterior, right? It's in a state where there's a lot of snow. And so he guarantees that if he comes in and does a 28-point inspection, he will be able to determine exactly what roofing, siding, windows problems you have, and he'll be able to get you insurance coverage if the damage is worthy of insurance coverage. This is a unique selling proposition. That 28-point inspection ads does so well. And let me tell you, each of you have a process that you have just not taken and cataloged, right? Because this 28-point inspection, this contractor kept talking about it. Well, like, let's just catalog it. What is it, 28 points? Make a checklist. Let's run ads to it. Boom, works like a charm. So if you have a unique method of how you go in, you do your estimation, we convert that into a catchy, 15-point guaranteed, beautiful remodel, whatever, right? We describe it and you run an ad to it. People love that because then you are the expert and people want to do business with the expert. So you can go the route of discounting and, oh my God, I have thousands of ideas up my sleeve for offers, or you can come up with a unique selling proposition of why you are who you are and why you're unique, and we can make that offer. Once you make the offer, people are going to say, yes, I'm interested in the offer. When they say yes, there's two things that need to happen. Somebody needs to call them because this person said yes to an offer, which means they're a hot lead. And we need to book an appointment, give them a chance to book an appointment. People don't usually want to talk. When they are already sitting in an old list and you make them an offer and they raise their hand, they are going to book an appointment on your calendar. Then we're able to build out what are called pipelines to follow up with them till they book the appointment. Some people we can see they keep clicking on the appointment link. I have an in-house team member that checks all of these lead pipelines. And if somebody's like clicking and not taking action, we call them and they'll say, my work schedule, I can only talk to the contractor on like a Sunday afternoon. We're like, no worries, we want your business. We'll message the contractor and the contractor will say, sure, 1 p.m. this Sunday, I can talk to them, right? And so we're really able to I call it a no lead left behind. It's like children in school where the government has a plan to make every child read. With automation, you will have a no lead left behind program. We are able to repeat the process, build out workflows, analyze what worked. And here are some examples that I was telling you: free fixtures, project consult cutting board, blueprints. People love blueprints, right? When they're designing it, you just add the cost to your estimate, but you give them the blueprint. People love free blueprints, right? And you can assign whatever value you want to it, right? Look at this. We assigned a $500 value. And then we actually tracked how long it took the project advisor to go and do the storm inspection. And we realized it took them only 90 minutes. And so we didn't want somebody to complain saying that, oh, come on, 90 minutes can be worth $500. We dropped it to say the truth of its $200 value. Still, those ads perform really well because it makes this contractor special. Oh, I want that 28-point inspection. I want that 15-point methodology. That's how the human brain is wired. Once you select the offer, here is an example of a text message. Hey, it's the business. We are located here. Ready for your March offer. Free fixtures up to $2,000 value for kitchen and bathroom. You got to put a deadline to it. Expires June 1st. Interested? Just reply yes or no. Reply bye if you never want to hear from me. Trust me, people will say bye. Awesome. Thank you. I'm not going to be wasting my time thinking you're a potential lead. You've moved on to a different bucket. The person that said yes, immediately we send them a text message and say, great, our project advisor will need to visit your home to review the project and provide a quote. Please pick a time that works best for you. The moment you put the ball in their court and you empower them to choose a time that works for them, they will immediately book an appointment. And so we have up to 90% conversion from when somebody says yes to an offer to booking an appointment on a calendar. If they say no, we're like, okay, thanks. We'll keep you on the list for other awesome home improvement offers. Till they say bye, Goodbye. I don't want to hear from you. I want to unsubscribe. Just stop talking to me. We don't care. We'll keep them in the automation. And then people might say bye, or most people reply back, great, I'm busy. Call me back in September. They don't realize that this is an automation. They feel so comfortable talking back to the automation. Some people will say, stop, bye, thank you for replying, right? Making the time to reply back. Some people will not reply back at all. What do? We put them back into a database reactivation in the next month, right? So my clients get 6 database reactivations a year, every other month, because you don't want to bombard. But if you have a 28-point inspection or anything unique, we can run a database reactivation every month. And so this is text marketing. If you can see here, it's text marketing. We use a software that's tied to Twilio, and Twilio is the same texting company that Uber and Lyft use. And so the process of getting those text numbers takes a bit of time and effort. But once you buy those numbers, we buy numbers for your brand, your text message will never go into spam, right? So this is one more thing you need to think about. Not any automation is going to work. You want to be intelligent about it because you're paying for the text marketing. It's very inexpensive compared to the return you're going to get from it, but you don't want your brand to be spamming. And we make sure that we are getting results without spamming people. So this is how an appointment funnel would look. There should be a landing page with a calendar. When somebody comes in, we give them a choice, exterior or interior. And when they come in here, they can go and choose all the open slots. They can pick what time works for them. We can ask for anything that you dream of, anything that is going to save you time. First name, last name, email, cell phone, project address, city, zip code. Do you just want a storm damage, roofing? We can have an entire section there of what you want to ask for. Any details about the project. Some people already have plans. And so for some of my contractors, we can actually add an option here to upload the plans. Think about it. The automation is doing all of this work for you. It comes into your email. Every Monday, you set aside like 2 hours to come in and look at your leads, right? And then we take care of all the SMS compliance. They submit it. To keep all your leads organized, you know, who received it? Did they say yes? Did they visit the appointment funnel? Did they book an appointment? And we also ask them, did you go with another remodeler? And some people will tell us, yeah, I went with this other remodeler. Then we have the automation ask them, why? Why did you go with another remodeler? Oh, because I just liked the remodeler better, or the price point was different. What does this do for you? It gives you business intelligence as to who you're losing out to. And then people say not interested, people unsubscribe. So here is an example of how a pipeline looks. They were added to DR. We added 462 leads. 9 leads said, yes, they wanted to talk. 6 leads kept clicking on links. We called them and we said, hey, what's up? 10 leads booked an appointment. From 462 leads, 10 leads booked an appointment. 60 leads told us they went with another remodeler. That hurts, right? But we have a process. We are gaining information as to how this remodeler can get those 60 leads. 28 said not interested, 78 unsubscribed. Fantastic. What does 10 booked appointments do for you today? Even if you're able to convert 2 people out of those 10 booked appointments, it's $100,000 in the bank. How did you get to that $100,000? You did nothing. You hopped on the phone with me and you told me I have an amazing 28-point inspection. We build out the automation. We book the appointment on your calendar. You go do the estimate. You convert the lead. You put money in the bank. And so that is the power of automation, where the people that said yes, talk to advisor. So potentially from this one example I'm showing you, we had 19 people that were interested. So if you have any size list today, you're sitting on a gold mine. You need to be acting on it. You need to be launching a database reactivation. I am sure if I go in and I look at the data, we had more people that converted to booked appointments. These 9 people asked to talk to an advisor. I have a team member that's immediately calling them, as well as we're forwarding this over to the office if the office has an office manager that's able to answer the phone. These leads are priority. We run this like on a Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock, between 11 and 1 o'clock, all hands on board, calling, booking, right? That's how you you close it. So you cannot ever remove the human element from it, but you can get to 10 booked appointments without doing anything. You can get 9 more to book appointments. That is the power. And so this is just one of the pipelines. We maintain pipelines for Facebook ad leads, Google ad leads, $2,000 of fixtures. At any given time, I can tell you which is the best performing offer. This is the best performing offer for one of my large contractors. That's why I chose it as an example to share with you, because there were 19 people interested out of 500. Right? So if you run Angie's List, like any kinds of ads, all of that information is sitting in an Excel spreadsheet. Put it into a database reactivation. You're going to wake up with money in the bank. That's the power of automation and text marketing today. Here's one more example, free fixtures. It got us 581 leads. One lead said yes. One kept clicking on all the links. 5 leads booked. 18 went to another remodeler. Not interested, unsubscribe. What is 5 kitchen remodels worth to you? Free $2,000 fixtures for a complete remodel. And we do workflows, right? They're called workflows, the back end of how all of this communication is built out. And here are examples. So we will get on a phone call with you and say, hey, Casey, hey, Joe, what kind of an offer do you think we can do this month? So we plan out for 90 days. We just make the offer. And here's the other wonderful thing. When you get the lead on your calendar, we will share with you exactly what offer they came in through. So you're not trying to figure out when you go for the estimate what they came in through. You're going to look and feel so smart when you go in and say, they know what they signed up for. They're going to say, hey, what about the $2,000? You're going to have it on your calendar right there, the $2,000 off that was promised, or the 28-point inspection that was promised, right? So we give them an option to book an appointment. We'll keep you on the list if they say no. If they booked, we'll say we saved a time for you for an on-site consultation. This is your full address, right? We're able to confirm the address. You're going to get the address on your calendar. And you have to set a deadline when you make an offer, right? You have to say between 2 weeks to 1 month, the offer expires. And people that are not opening it, we keep sending it to them, reminding them. So when we first run the DR, in the first, I'd say 3 hours, you'll get like 2 booked appointments. Then it'll take about 3 weeks to get to those 19 people. So we'll run it for a month, and we'll be able, in 1 month, if you're able to get 19 interested people, 10 booked appointments and 9 raising their hand from a 500 database, is gold, right? And as we keep working, the number of leads that are available to be added to the database reactivation goes up. Because if you're spending money on Facebook ads and just letting those leads sit in a spreadsheet somewhere, you're leaving money on the table. Versus you put them into this database reactivation, make them an offer month after month after month, they are going to convert. Because a lead that came in from Facebook is your potential client, has a problem, raised their hand, gave us their contact information themselves. They're a warm lead. Now we have to nurture them. How do we nurture them? We send them a video of a project. We send them a beautiful kitchen that you just remodeled. Just drool-worthy photos, right? They're like, oh my God, I need to book an appointment. They will book an appointment. Any questions I can answer for you right now? I am happy to share the back end of how let me pull up an actual account. So the database that I use is a tool that's backed by a very large company. But what I have done is I have taken it and I have customized it for the remodeling niche. And so it's going to be really simple, especially like I have some tech savvy contractors who just love coming in and looking at the leads, looking at, you'll have so much information about, I'll show you an example right here. My screen's just loading, 1 second. And feel free to ask any questions. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Who shall I choose? Okay. Okay. So this is kind of how the back end will look when you come in. You can actually have pipeline values if you can give me the value of projects, but if we get into too many details, it becomes complicated. Here is all the contacts that have come in for this one contractor from all of our efforts of lead generation. He has 8,774 records. We know how every record came in. Facebook ads, $3,000 off windows and sidings came from call tracking, Google ads call tracking, right? Then what we do is we take these leads and we put them into what are called pipelines. And so here is an example of an April database reactivation. It was dead leads. So the contractor actually went into his old database and gave us dead leads. And we had one booked appointment from the dead leads. Dead leads as in leads that he'd written off, right? This is the power of going in and making an offer. So we track everything. August, kitchen and bathroom remodel, cutting board, Facebook leads. He did a charcuterie offer, 28-point inspection, $2,000 off. Design rendering. When you do exterior sidings and windows, there's software where you can do design renderings. People love those design renderings. Design renderings take minutes for like a team member to do it if they're trained. I don't know if you know what Google Local Services Ads is. Every remodeler has the opportunity to be what is called Google Guaranteed. And if you're not Google Guaranteed and you're running Google Ads, you're wasting your money. So once you do Google Guarantee, then you can run Google Local Services Ads. So we run local services ads for them. We track all replies. Concierge is my team members that are calling and tracking every call. We track every exterior appointments. These are all the Facebook ads we're running for them. And so these are all the Google ads we're running for them, roofing, sidings. We're able to go into the master at any given time and see what's working out, right? So we have 61 people come in. People are literally calling from Google ads. That's what's working. Kitchen and bathroom got 2 leads, roofing got 4 leads, 28 people clicked on the trigger link. We are able to just see what the person's doing. And if you actually go into more detail, we can actually see where they came from, what actions they're taking. It's probably not a, and here's, yeah. So they came to, this lead literally came in on August 8th, came to the choose your project page, kept clicking, can't decide, right? Then they looked at it, we are going to be calling this person. Went to the choose your project and they're going to book an appointment. It's just a matter of they're trying to figure out like what to do, right? So we follow up with them. So we're like, hey, are you ready? When they click on it, we're like, are you ready? Friendly reminder. How can we help you? Take the first step, right? It's not humanly possible for you to be doing this. So this is the back-end automation that my team builds out for each of these automations to work. And so here is an example of an accessories package. We've had 105 leads come in, 54 are actively engaged in it. And it's going to look like a maze to you, but this is what eliminates the human being. The lead came in, we're going to tag them, we're going to call them, we're going to SMS them, we're going to email them. They don't take an action. What are we going to do? If they take an action, what are they going to do? So these are all, they call logic branches. So we build out these logic branches. So till they say go away, we are not going to reschedule, decline. If they decline an appointment, we're like, what happened? Rebook the appointment. If they don't rebook the appointment, wait for 21 days, right? Relentless. How can you do this kind of relentless follow-up, right? This is the power of automation. And this is just an example of one, they're called workflows. This is just one example, but we take every idea, every opportunity that comes in, and we just go crazy and build out workflows because, like I said, it's really easy to hit your revenue numbers if you're passionate about data, if you're passionate about using technology today. Everything that I talked about, right? We've used 2,527 people came in, 2,361 are enrolled. You can see each of those steps we build out automation. So that is the power of having a customized automation. And So if you were to work with me, you would have an account that looks like this. You'd be able to see all your leads. You'll be able to see all the integrations. We are able to integrate everything in here. We're able to integrate your local services account. We're able to integrate your Google account. We're able to integrate your Google, business page, your Maps presence, your Facebook, your Instagram. And so you're not going to need any other tool. With just this tool, we're going to just integrate everything in here. You're going to know exactly where your leads are coming from. We buy out phone numbers, so we know exactly whether they came from Facebook, Instagram, Maps, your website, right? Google Ads, every activity has a unique phone number, and we're able to track it, so we can exactly give you at any given time a return on ad spend. And only if you're obsessive like this, some markets, you will not get results from Google Ads. It's either the geography, it's the number of remodelers out there. If you don't have this kind of intelligence, you will just be frustrated getting $1,000 leads and thinking Google Ads doesn't work. You have to just come up with a different strategy. But unless you're tracking it, and unless you have the ability for this kind of, same spot analysis, it's not humanly possible to manage leads. So any questions? And so I do have a closed Facebook group, which is just called Digital Dominance Club for Remodelers. Please feel free to join that. Take a phone, I'll be sending you this recording and this slideshow, so you can join that group. I'm happy to, if you're running ads and you're not sure if you're getting results, I'm happy to audit your stuff. I'm on Instagram, and I teach a lot online. I just love helping other business owners. And if you want to book some time with me, because you're sitting on even 1,000, 100, 500, 1,000 people list, and you're wondering what you can do, you just want to try it out, right? You don't need to commit anything. The way I work is I don't put any of my contractors into any contracts. If you are not getting return on investment on your dollars, you can go, because I am not taking anybody's money and not giving you results. I can't sleep. So if you're interested in scheduling some time to play around with these automations, I'd love to, for you to give it a shot. I'm happy to have you try this out to see if it's something that will work for you. So just set up some time or email me. You've been getting emails from me, growthplancall.com, just like the way homeowners have an option to book an appointment on your calendar. This is my calendar where you can find a slot that works for you.